So the internet is going crazy right now because Odell Beckham said $100 million is not a lot of money. You know, he spoke about when you get that check, 5 years, $100 million after taxes, you come out with about 60 million. You know, you got life expenses, you got, you know, the mama house, the family, all those different things. And over time, you know, if you play 10 years in the league, you know, over time, when you retire after taxes, after everything, you might retire with nothing. He talked about how, like, we don't have financial literacy. A lot of these young boys are born with extreme talent. And, you know, that talent is cultivated through high school, college, and into the pros. But they're not teaching you how to make money market investments. They're not teaching you about real estate. They're not teaching you about how to take that 60 million and turn it into 100 million, 80 million. They're not teaching you that. So about a lot of these guys, when they retire, they're broke. You know, they run around, they're making a lot of babies, their child support is through the roof. It's just a whole bunch of, you know, we hear a lot of horror stories. But let's look at Odell Beckham when he was on the Pivot podcast and, you know, he made these statements and why the internet is going crazy over it.
When you've sacrificed your whole life to get here, and you're like, yeah, I played 10 years in the league. And I always explain this to people, like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, you know, that you have to spend, use, save, invest, flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna get my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really 40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, you know? And now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting 8 million. Can you make that last forever? And you always hear the people who ain't us and ain't been in the position, like, oh, well, that would last a lifetime. Yeah, this job that I sacrificed my whole life for, they are giving me that. I didn't ask for the certain dollar amount or whatever, but we weren't taught about no financial literacy and all the way. We weren't
talk about it all the time.
We weren't taught this skill, and it's kind of like.
So a lot of players and people heard OBJ when he was talking, when he made those statements. And some people agreed with him, but there was a lot of players that said no, especially retired players. Shannon Sharp, you know, he always has an opinion on something. So Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco, they heard what he said, and Shannon Sharp had some choice words. He said this.
For better context for me, is he just speaking hypothetically? He's not talking about his personal situation, or he's just using.
He said, and I always explain to people, like, bro, you give somebody 5 years, $100 million. What is that really? It's like 5 years, 60. You're getting taxed. Yes, that's $60 million. Okay, you buy you a house. Now you're not buying a house every year. I don't think.
No.
But here's the thing.
Yes.
Bro say he's spending $4 million a year. If you spending $4 million a year and it ain't a business related, you out your damn mind. Ain't no way in hell I'm spending $4 million a year.
Hey, that's a lot of money there, boy.
Hell yeah. Yes.
Hey, you know how?
Let's just say, Ocho, you buy a house. Let's just say you buy a house. A house that costs $5 million.
Yeah.
You 3-5%. I don't know what your interest rate is. That's probably, if you just playing an interest-only loan, you're probably playing on $4 million, somewhere between $20 and $25, $30,000 a month. That's on your place that costs $45 million.
Right.
Okay, you buy mom a house. If I were to buy mom a house, I'm damn near gonna probably get her a house that I can go ahead and pay off. So I'm gonna spend $500,000 for mom because I got to get her something that she can clean for herself. Because I can't play for a cleaner, sir. Because see, that's another expense, Ocho.
Yes, it
is.
is.
Get a pool in the yard, Ocho. Guess what? You got to have it cleaned every week, Ocho. That's another expense, don't mean.
Another expense, yeah.
And you get a big ass house, somebody cut the grass. I don't need I need somebody who can come with a pushing lawnmower and cut the grass.
That's another expense.
That's another expense on me, Ocho. Yeah. What he didn't tell you, how it adds up. Flying private.
Oh yeah. Hey, Uncle, it go crazy. Hold on, Uncle. Now you be flying private too. Now I done seen you with your feet kicked up eating Popeye. You know.
Yes.
Now you see why I fly Spirit the past 20 years.
Ocho, but I don't fly everywhere private. Right. I don't go overseas private. You're talking about anywhere from between 10 and 20,000 an hour. If you fly overseas. How long is it going to take you to get to London?
Whoa, come back.
How long is it going to take to get to Madrid?
Wait, bring that back around. Did you just hop an hour or the whole trip?
An hour.
They gonna charge you by the hour to go overseas?
Yes.
Oh heck.
So if you go overseas, guess what, Ocho? You flying back cross, so that might be a $400,000 trip. Just like that. Maybe $1 million. How far you going?
Oh man, okay, now here. Well, hold on, time out, man. If it costs that much, what all these people be doing on Instagrams where they always flying private? Them people ain't making that kind of money.
Flossing.
Hey, see, I don't know. I just know my method.
Ocho, and kids. You pay child support. You mess around and get the wrong one and she charge you 20. You gotta pay. You in California. It's 20, 25, 30, 40, 50,000 a month.
Ooh.
50,000 a month times 12 times 18. How much is that, Ocho?
For those of you that have kids for me, I thank you. You know, I love you because we was on the same page and you weren't vindictive. You understood. I was always present. I appreciate y'all because them numbers you just ran off, I ain't never had to deal with nothing like that.
And
God
Ocho,
damn.
Ocho, what if you got a main girl and we got a side chick and you want to keep that on the hush? You got to get
you got to pay hush money. Hey.
I know you with me when I'm right.
Hey, but hold on. You know the kind of money you got to make to be able to have a woman on the side and be able to keep her quiet and keep her happy?
Yes.
You got to make a lot of money. And it go fast, huh?
But like I said, Ocho, if you got a business, you running a business, businesses cost because you have employees.
Right.
You got to pay for insurance and you got to pay for 401k
overhead
and all that other stuff. So I understand that. But if your yearly expenses and you ain't got no business and you spending $4 million, man, you out your look here. You need to be Bezos. I need to be Ocho. For me to spend $4 million a year, I need to be making $50 million a year.
Yeah,
$60 million a year. Not no 60, like no $100 million contract.
Right.
I need to be making LeBron James type money, 120 a year.
Yeah, God damn. You
got full-time security. You know, you like LeBron. He got full-time security for him in Savannah.
Right.
These entertainers like Beyonce and Hov. Right. And you got a full-time security detail. That's a couple of $1 million a year because you got 24-hour security. Now, do you really need 10 houses?
Damn.
Do you really need 15 cars?
No.
Do you need to buy everybody in your house, everybody in your family, a mansion that costs $1 million, $2 million?
Mm-mm.
Because here's the thing.
Yes.
First of all, if you buy somebody in your house, your family a house that costs $1 million to $2 million, first of all, they can't afford the upkeep on it. Because if they could, they'd have it already. See, it ain't the payment, it's the upkeep.
Right.
Ish go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So now you buy somebody a Mercedes, you buy somebody a Ferrari, you bought somebody a high-end car.
God damn.
Now you said, okay, I bought you this. You got to get the upkeep.
Right.
Something happened to it. Tire go flat. Who they calling, Ocho?
You.
So, a lot of times when I hear these conversations, it comes back to people living over their means. Even though you got you got this money, you're spending all this money, but you don't have a lot coming in. Like Allen Iverson was a guy that had a big contract. Then he had a big sneaker deal, but he was just spending to the point where he damn near went broke. He don't have nowhere near the money that, he used to have, what he could have had. He didn't have the proper investments. Then you have a lot of times guys, they go and get with these firms and these companies, these investment companies, and they claim, these guys, they steal $40, $50 million from them in bad investments, right? You have those because they're told to invest in this project and it goes defunct and they end up losing a bunch of money, right? So you have these guys, they sign these contracts and then they have those lawyers and those people from the protected class. They be the ones protecting their monies in these portfolios, saying that when you retire, we're going to set you up where you can live the rest of your life and don't have to do anything. You can live off the interest of your money based off of your investments. That's the way that they have it set up. But you got to go and educate yourself or take your brother, your mama, your sister, somebody, send them to school for business and understanding how money works, where they can know how to move money around to make more money, right? You got to get people that you can trust. I mean, people up under you that you can trust that's going to make right decisions while you out there making the money. Man, you got a wife, whatever. But the whole thing is, a lot of these guys, they come in poor. So I know when you young, man, you see all them girls, you want to travel the world, you want to experience women, you want to be in the hottest cars, you want to have the latest jewelry, you want a house in Miami, a house in New York City, a house in Mexico or Jamaica or Africa. You know, y'all want to do it up. You want to live it up. But this the whole thing, man. You know, like Shannon Sharp said, if I'm spending $4 million a year, I better be making $50 million a year. I better be making $100 million a year like LeBron James, not no just 5 years, 100 million. And then they broadcast how much money you made, like everybody's in your pocket because people saw that you just signed that deal. Man, go get you a $1.5 million house, man, and live off the interest of your money. Right? If you got that, you lucky to have a sneaker deal, you got endorsements, live off your endorsements, man. Put all that money up, man. Get you some property, get you something that when you spend money is gonna be worth more than what it was that you paid for it. Right? Get you some gold, like get you things that's gonna appreciate over time. Like, but you don't start thinking like that until you get older. Like if I had $60 million in the bank, I probably own 200 properties, man. I probably have so much money, it'd be impossible for me to go broke because I would have so many different things set in place in order for me to keep making money, right? So you got to keep reinventing yourself and finding avenues because when you're young, like you said, that money is coming in, it's rushing in. Then at some point, abruptly, it just stops. And when it stops, these guys, they don't have, like, outside of playing basketball, football, or baseball, that's all they knew how to do. Some of them guys can't even read. They just had a talent that pushed them along. And while they was giving you this money, they was making billions off of you. Now they don't need you no more. You know, they foreign raised these black boys, right? They got a new body. They got a new person to come in and take your place, man. So, you know, he said that when he retires, he's not going to have to worry about any money because he's made the right decisions to set himself up. But so I agree with that because there's a lot of other young people that didn't create the setup provisions and didn't have people around them teaching them how to make the right decisions with their money. So he's going to be able to teach people how to make right decisions with money. And the football players don't make the money basketball players make. So even if the basketball players still go broke, you can only imagine the football players. A lot of those guys be in debt as soon as they come into the league, man. Because, you know, they spent more money. They got more money going out than they got coming in. Man, they already in debt. They working to pay off debt. And some of them guys do that their whole career. Then they got a bunch of babies, a bunch of child support. It's just crazy, man. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.